Hi subscribers, so welcome to today's US beginner guide on final salary pension transfers. Okay, so you're a US resident or you're planning to move over to the US and you want to understand how to get authorized DB advice on your final salary defined benefit pension scheme. Okay, so as you would have already understood from your UK pension scheme, if your CETV value is over £30,000, you must legally get regulated and authorized final salary pension transfer advice from a pension transfer specialist who has the correct permissions from the FCA in the UK. However, it's not quite as simple as that for you because you're also a US resident. As such, you're a US resident based in America. You need regulation and licensing on the ground there in America as well. What this then allows you to do is on both sides of the pond, on either side of the equation, the local advice you're getting and the final salary pension transfer advice, you can go to your local regulator and make a complaint or get some compensation if you're misadvised or given bad advice from your financial advisor. Now, in reality, just the ability of you being able to go to either of those regulators or financial compensation schemes puts you in a stronger position with your financial advisor. If somebody does give you bad advice or if they do make a mistake which disadvantages you, just by you saying, I'm going to talk to the regulator, they'll probably remedy up some type of solution for you to fix whatever it is they may have done wrong. So you get a lot of protection by working with a financial advisory firm which is both SEC and FCA regulated. Here at Cameron James, we're obviously both of those, plus our European licensing as well. So wherever you might be, we can look after you. And obviously one of the important points of this is that if you were to return to the UK or stay in America, go to Europe or go further afield, you ideally want an advisory firm that you can continue working with over the long term. Now, in terms of searching for a financial advisor who can get this done for you, a lot of advisory firms in the market, very few of them will actually complete the final salary pension transfer advice in-house at that company. The majority of financial advisory firms will outsource the DB pension report to a specialist, a pension transfer specialist who has the correct authorizations and permissions from the FCA. For example, here at Cameron James, I am, as you can see from my qualifications here, a qualified pension transfer specialist. So what that means is I've sat the examinations in the UK, so I understand all of the advice that happens. However, it wouldn't make sense for us to have the permissions to give the DB advice ourselves. It's much better to work with a specialist. This also creates a Chinese wall system where effectively the advice that you're getting on the final salary scheme, whether it's suitable for you to transfer or not suitable for you, is completely not biased. Completely unbiased, I should say, because that pension transfer specialist is working on a fixed fee for that report. So obviously, if it was us who was writing the report as well, or any financial advisory firm, you could argue there's a conflict of interest there, because if they're the one who's advising, yeah, you should transfer your £1 million pension pot, and they're also the one who's going to benefit from ongoing advisory fees for 5 or 10 years, possibly a conflict of interest could exist. Obviously, many advisory firms are very professional, and they would ensure that there is no conflict of interest, but still, it's worth noting. The second thing that's really important as a US resident is to understand that you will require, typically speaking, an international SIP in your situation to manage the pot. QROPS is still searched for a lot in the United States, despite the fact that QROPS, for anybody living outside of the EEA, as of quite a few years ago, has a 25% tax charge to pay on any transfer to a QROPS where you are not resident in the EEA. So QROPS is basically completely done for US residents now. An international SIP is a correct solution for you. Guys, if you have any questions or you want to get in touch, you can book in below via the link in the description to head into my Calendly diary. You can also drop me a WhatsApp there as well. And if you want to do a little bit more reading, you can head over to our American website to find out a little bit more about myself, the team, and how we work here at Cameron James. Thank you for joining today, and speak with you soon.